how to introduce students to AI safely. This is a question that we get a lot. AI tools can just give students quick answers and do the work for them, and we definitely don't want that. One way to introduce students to AI in a way that goes beyond quick answers is with guided learning and Gemini. So Gemini is Google's AI tool, and it can help teachers create a lesson plan. You can instantly generate text-dependent quiz questions, generate engaging audio podcasts and video presentations with Notebook LM. You can draft parent communication, translate lesson materials, and so much more, all in minutes. But this is actually a great tool for students as well. So guided learning and Gemini just launched in August, and it encourages students to engage with the chatbot through probing and open-ended questions that spark discussion and provide an opportunity to dive deeper into a subject. So this helps students build a deep understanding instead of just getting those answers. So let's take a look at how this works. So in Gemini, right here in like the text box where you would enter your prompt, under tools, students can go ahead and select guided learning and then enter their prompt. So let's look at a couple examples so you can really see how this works. First, let's look at a writing assignment. So my prompt is, I need to write a paper on the history of Egypt. So I'm going to select enter. First, it's trying to help me kind of hone in on the main focus for this paper. So it's asking me what I want to focus on. So I said, let's focus on the dynasties and pyramids. And then here's Gemini's response. So it provides a little bit of context and some learning. And then it's asking me this question: what significant event or figure marks the beginning of the dynastic period and the unification of Upper and Lower Egypt around 3100 BCE? So now you can really see that dialogue piece where it provides a little bit of information and then it's asking the student a probing question right here to really dive deeper. And then they would just continue the same process. So they're learning, but also using and showing their learning. So next, let's look at a math problem. So my prompt is, help me solve this equation, and I paste it in the equation. Okay, so here is Gemini's response. And you'll see it walk me through this process step by step. So it's saying that the goal of solving an equation is to isolate the variable. In this case, it's x. So to get started, what is the first operation you perform to move the constant 7 away from the 3x term? Then it has this great reminder, whatever you do to one side of the equation, you must do to the other. So I said subtract 7 from both sides. So it kind of shows that process right here. So now I have 3x equals 18. And so again, here's the next step. Now we have the term 3x alone on the left side. What operation should we do next to get x completely by itself? So the student has to enter the correct answer. So I said divide both sides by 3, and that is correct. And then it shows the final calculation of x equals 6. So then it has this great summary and next step. So it's saying, you solved this equation, and then it's showing you how you could go back and check your work to make sure that this is correct, which is really, really helpful. So this is a really great feature to introduce your students to AI in a way that enhances their learning instead of using AI to do the learning for them. So we hope you found this tip helpful. Thanks so much for watching.